Beautiful. Man, that was a highlight. I guess the day just getting started.
All right, we just seen our lion-ass. We just seen our lion-ass attorney general.
And I saw her on the way to the bathroom. She didn't even look at us. I said, look, that's Leticia James.
Yeah.
She was trying to sneak in. Yeah, you buy fast, real fast. Let's see how this whole back of her head was
right here to the back. All the way to the back.
I wanted to say, calm down, because I saw you arguing with somebody yesterday, and I wanted to intervene so bad, but I didn't want to get in the middle of it, okay? This is Republican? Okay. Now, I'm a Democrat, but whatever you believe in, and you have the right to express the way you feel and the position that you are in, okay? But I was getting ready to intervene, and I said, I'm from Ohio. I said no, because he was out of pocket. And if I would have intervened, I ain't feel like fighting, because I was clean yesterday also, okay? But I saw you, and I just wanted to come over and say something to you. Like, again, I'm a diehard Democrat, okay? But at the end of the day,
yeah, you're gonna die real high being a Democrat too.
What? See, now you're starting something.
Yeah, you're right.
See, this is what starts something,
you're
man.
right. You're right.
Yeah,
I agree. I hear everything you say. I don't have nothing. I don't take that away from you.
But I got to answer this right here. I have really good friends that are Republicans. I respect every Republican. I just got a problem with Trump Republicans, because Trump doesn't. That other thing. I have actually voted for a Republican in the past. Okay. I just have a problem with what comes at the White House, but I just wanted to respond to that because you made a comment to me. But I don't want to talk about politics.
Yeah.
I wanted to come and acknowledge you, and then I saw you walk away for a minute, but then I saw you come back and say, "Oh, don't go back." Okay.
No.
But I'm with the A. Philip Randolph Institute. Are you familiar with A.
Yes,
Philip
yes.
Randolph? A. Philip Randolph. Hold on. A. Philip Randolph was
head of the Portland, right?
And he was a Republican. I'm part of the A. Philip Randolph Institute, so.
I
understand.
I'm open to good.
But I just wanted to point that out to you, okay?
Yeah.
All right. Keep believing in. Yeah, thank you. Keep believing in what you believe in, okay? Now, we may disagree on something, but we're gonna do it respectfully.
Yeah.
And
I live in Chicago. Chicago different. Chicago is a
and I don't know Chicago politics.
Democratic home, and that our Attorney General up there. See, that's what triggered me. He's the worst Attorney General, Kwame Raoul. So to come here, you can never find him in our state, but you hear talking about what we need, but you don't come out, we don't even ever see you. That's the problem. We don't hold our elected officials accountable. I don't care what he is.
And let me just say this.
What A. Philip Randolph said. Instead of reducing immigration to 2% of 1894, we favor reducing it to nothing. We favor shutting out the Germans, the Italians from Italy, the Hindus from India, and the Chinese from China, and even the Negroes from the West Indies. A. Philip Randolph. He knew the deal. We would genocide ourselves. We keep letting all these people come in here and lay going on top of us.
But I do feel like
we got our own people doing that stuff.
Well, yeah.
That was said over 60 years ago.
And it's still prevalent today.
No.
It's still our ancestors speaking from the grave.
That's right. They're speaking from the grave.
they do come over here. But you find out the problem.
You can disrespect. I can't
Speaking too.
I'm not fooling with you, okay?
That's not fair. It's not a
And I'm not over.
Oh yeah,
but
but that's the problem, because I always do tension.
So,
because you don't have.
but let me say this. I am the Midwest Regional Representative of the A. Philip Randolph Institute. We have a conference coming up in next month, and at the conference, I send out a letter to the Republican and the Democratic Party. Most of the time, the Republicans don't respond to me. We're nonpartisan. A. Philip Randolph Institute. Now, last year when we did our conference,
Yeah, but it's a new.
last year when we did our conference,
Thank you. Sorry.
Oh, that's a good one, boy. I love it.
Private entity over our government that's trying to make sure we have our resources. Like this black boy going out.
Those are 40. These are 20.
Oh, Zoe own it. Zoe own it. Zoe own it.
What?
And Amazon now. And they,
Oh, yeah. Oh,
and they only do what they gotta do because they think that this is what the black people want and the black people support them. Amazon is trying to get favor from the black people. So when they get this information, they are gonna be pissed. It's like, oh, the black people ain't with that, so we ain't with that.
they always tell me we're prepared to give you your money back. Okay, I want 15 bands.
So it's the last day. They didn't call their friend back.
Oh, they call whoever they want to call. 15 bands. Freedom of speech. Yeah, fucking cool. Freedom of speech. Charlie Kirk.
I'm gonna say y'all didn't have no problem. They were saying free Palestine.
Or how y'all protest, pay for protest all day.
All day. But now we
For Trump. Y'all protest Trump all day, every day. Y'all spend all our dollars protesting a man that we do not want y'all to protest because y'all don't like him.
Yeah.
But now we paid to be up there.
Yup. Yeah, look, I'm taking them right back. Yeah, take them right back. Yeah, go right back. Called freedom of speech.
Freedom of speech.
Charlie Kirk. We're going to say freedom of speech, Charlie Kirk. Just so that you see how this is how they keep people on the Democrat plantation. They lie to them. They lie to these people and they don't have opposing objectives. Why you didn't have one Republican on there? If you're bipartisan, if you're neutral, and this is the Congressional Black Caucus, why didn't you have a Republican on that panel? You let all them Democrats lie like that, and you did not have not one opposing view. This is how they do that. These people lie to us all day, and this is why we are stuck on the Democratic Party, and our communities look like they look. And we are fighting for illegal aliens. This is why. This is why you see Black Americans fighting for illegal aliens. Because they lie. They listen to people like Leticia James. They listen to people like Kwame Raoul, who's not even from here. This is what happens. We allow foreigners to get into our office and tell us as Americans what we need, what we should be doing, and how we should do it. No, it's a new day. And they don't. Why didn't y'all let any Republicans get on that stand and talk? Why didn't y'all do it? Y'all let all these Black Democrats lie.
Make sure they can hear us.
And foreigners. They're not even Black.
I just want to say the truth will make you free. The truth will make you free. Everything up on that stage.
Hold on, she's talking.
Everything that these people up on that stage, Leticia James and the rest of them said, were nothing but big lies. You know, why did this guy go back? They always go back 1619. What about 2026? We have to be prepared for what's coming at us. We're in a civil war, folks. This is another civil war. And the thing is, you better be on the winning side. The protected side is the Republican side. It's a line went through there. That's a line.
Oh yeah. They're trying to train us again. Oh, on my page. Let me see if I can send a link. I can tag the link. I took a snippet of the last panel, and it was Kwame Raoul, it was Leticia James, it was the guy out of California, all these attorney generals from all these blue cities that's been selling us out, been working with the cartel, because they all work with the cartel. They've all made their deals, and they're mad because President Trump has cut their budget and saying that the Democrats the Republicans are the ones that are keeping the guns in our community. They legit said that the Republicans is the reason why the guns are in our community.
And the Republicans are the reason why they got switches. Why our kids got switches now.
No, they do the buyback program.
Yeah. No, right.
The guns right back in their neighborhood.
They said the reason why these kids got switches on their guns is because of the Republicans. This is the lies that your Democratic Party pushes on you, and you still refuse to educate yourself and see what's going on. Why would I need you all? We need to listen, guys. We all need to be writing a Congressional Black Caucus, and we need to be writing their sponsors. We know Amazon is a sponsor, we know Disney is a sponsor, and we know Google is a sponsor. Johnson & Johnson. We need to write these sponsors, and we need to write the Congressional Black Caucus and ask them why they don't have a Republican panel. Why they don't have a Republican panel?
Right.
Why don't they have Republicans on those panels? Why do they have all Democrats on all these panels? No Republicans. We need to ask all their sponsors, and we need to email the Congressional Black Caucus and ask them if they supposed to be neutral, a non-partisan, and they're getting paid to be neutral, as they say. Why don't they have any Republicans on the panels, any Republicans doing their own panels, any Republicans on the everything they said was about Trump. Why don't they have anybody here that's on the opposite side of the political side? Why?
I'm gonna go take walk with this. We're gonna get all the sponsor names.
Why aren't there any Republicans on the Congressional Black Caucus? Why aren't there any Republicans? Members that are members of the Congressional Black Caucus Foundation. Why just these lying Democrats? That's indoctrination. They don't want the truth to get out. As long as you vote Democrat, you are a Democrat, welfare will keep on booming. Is that what you want? Are you that damn weak that you can't take care of your wife, yourself, your mother? If one job doesn't enough, get 2 or 3, but the hell with welfare. Be your own man and woman. And these teachers better start back to teaching. Our kids can't write, they can't read, they go into school, they start school uneducated, come out illiterate. Now that's something. And that's our plan. These black educators who are Democrats, they ought to be ashamed of themselves.
And y'all stop letting these people give y'all kids these IEPs because maybe they just a little active. Stop doing that. They don't need it. And if you can, let the kids go out to recess. And if you can, homeschool is the best option. If you can do it. We gotta wake up. These people are trying to push us out our homes. They're trying to take the land from us. They're trying to replace us with these illegal immigrants. If we don't start now, we might not get another chance. This is real. Do not let the Democratic Party fool you. Everybody keeps saying Trump. This stuff been going on before Trump even thought about running for office. We've been getting guns set in the alleys and trucks and O Block and all type of stuff for our youth to come use, which probably already got 5 or 6 murders on them before they even get them. It's all a setup. And Trump was nowhere to be found during those times. It was the Democratic Party. And if they think we don't need more help from our president, that means they don't care. But I can see the reason why they wouldn't care. Because if the youth don't get put in check, they get put in prison. And a lot of these politicians, they have stake in the prison system. They got stock in the prison system. So please be careful. Watch yourself, people. Think about that for a minute. The school to the prison pipeline is real. It's real. We gotta wake up.
Yes.
We gotta wake up.
The school to the prison line, that's the new Underground Railroad, but not to freedom, to incarceration, to slavery.
Just think about it. They took, our neighborhoods look like crap. We're taxpaying citizens. No way our neighborhood should look like crap. They took all of our resources and gave it to illegals. Not even to citizens that were in need, they gave them to illegals. They pushed our people out of their apartments and they put illegals in there. They took our kids out of their schools and they put illegal in there. Hell, they made it even better. I got one better for you. Not only did they take the kids out of the school, they formed boarding schools for these illegals. They ran transportation for free. They get all type of link. They get all type of cash. They get money to buy houses. You probably been on the Section 8 list for maybe 20, 30 years. They got a Section 8 only list for illegal immigrants. Now, I'm not talking about people who migrated here and did the steps and took the proper channels to get to be legal. No illegal that should have never crossed the border in the first place. And they don't want the police to arrest them. They don't want ICE to get them. But anything we do, we getting arrested. Any law we break, we're gonna be in trouble. So self-preservation is the only thing that's gonna save us.
You know, folks, it's just like this. We have been fooled. Many of you are still being fooled by these false prophets. And they're masquerading as congressmen. They're masquerading as attorney generals. But they're working for someone else to overthrow our country. And this is what you all have to realize. Why do you think that we had open borders 2-3 years ago? Those were the people who were going to replace real Americans. And they're trying. Don't be fooled by these Democrats. They're demons. They're sponsored by globalists, George Soros, Klaus Schwab, and even names that you have not heard of, and a former president.
Multi-billion-dollar corporations. Our aldermen in our black communities get $1.8 million every year as a discretionary fund that they can use to do anything. That means they can build a community grocery store because the state of Illinois participates in community groceries. They can build community centers. What my alderman did with his discretionary fund was open a community center and put a bar in there that he owns. There's buildings that he owns with senior citizen apartments. He's on the board of it. Senior citizens haven't had elevators, proper elevators for over 3 years in their buildings. And like I said, all our wards, if there's a black alderman in that ward, that black alderman ward is dilapidated. But we have the Jewish aldermen, the white aldermen on the north side and the west side. Their wards look like what Chicago should look like. So Chicago Plus Red is a direct contest. They're all former lifelong Democrats, every single one of them. They're all lifelong Democrats. So in 2023, they switched to a Republican because the Democrats tore down the president of Chicago Plus Red home and demolished it, claimed eminent domain because her mother asked for the TIP funds that we get in Chicago because she was making it a veterans organization. They, instead of giving her money, they tore down her building and said, well, the statute of limitations is up for it, which is not right. And then the vice president of Chicago Plus Red, her husband is CPD, retired CPD, just retired this past year, and she's a fitness coach. They or opening buildings for the same thing to make it like affordable housing and stuff because they open it up. Instead of giving it to the black people that order, they go by minorities. Polish people are considered minorities in Chicago. So the Polish, the Venezuelans, and the Mexicans got the granted in the funding. No black people got that funding. Now we have over 200 new Venezuelan shops all over the city of Chicago, from restaurants to clothing design and stuff. And these are people that are not even legal Americans. They're illegal people with businesses in our city.
They don't have legal residence.
They get paid $6,000 a month in Chicago because our governor authorized it. They get paid $6,000 a month for housing. We got people, black people that's been waiting for affordable housing in Section 8 for years. They don't get it anymore because they switched our funds took it over into the immigration crisis. The housing in Illinois, when something happens to your house, every state in the United States, when there's something, you have a hardship, there's a state funding that's supposed to pay for your mortgage. Illinois funding ran out last year because they gave all our funding to illegal immigration. $600 million went to illegal immigration. Housing, they get food stamps, $4,000 a month for food stamps that we pay for in Chicago. But I can't even qualify for food stamps as a veteran. They say I make $200 too much to get food stamps with 4 children, but that's neither here nor there. You have people that just got to this country, cannot legally be here, and they get more benefits and social services than the Americans that's homegrown and raised here. I ran last year under a Democratic ticket in Chicago, and I watched CTU do illegal stuff, but prioritize illegal immigrant children and English second language classes over special education. 98% of our black youth in Chicago are special education students, and I'm a special educator. And they took our funding away from special education altogether. They blamed it on CPS. No, you all prioritize when they do their strategic planning and their ask. They asked for English second language. They didn't ask nothing for special ed. Hey, we're gonna merge our seekers into CTU. They did that so because if they merge them, they don't have to pay them what they're supposed to be paid. And they took them from SEIU Local 73.
I know Chicago, I'm not asking you, but we're from the city of New York, which operates somewhat similar. So what would be for you all the alternatives? Obviously all the issues that we share the same issues, right? So just curious as to what the alternatives would be. Right now, the lines are Republican, Democrat,
in Chicago, you have to be Republican or Democrat. There's no independent. There's no way to be an independent in Chicago. So we have no choice but to become from Democrat to Republican because we need black Republicans in Chicago.
So I get what you're saying. So basically, you're telling everything that you just made to happen in our community, black community, in order to have the Republicans.
Yes, because the Democrats aren't doing it.
We have those parties.
Yeah, it used to get our vote for nothing. Like it's generations and generations. I'm talking about 40, 50, 60 years of Democratic. Oh, you don't even think about it. You just know what you're doing today. My alderman has been an alderman since 1999. The most recent thing he did was open a Walmart 14 years ago. And and after that, he just started, instead of giving us food, we got Chick-fil-A, Long John Silver, all centralized in one area of our ward. Like where I live in my ward is the prominent area of my ward. So I do benefit from, I don't eat Chick-fil-A or none of that shit, I don't want it, but because it's not good for us. But I benefit from being in the prominent area. But the people that live up the hill is where the ghetto is for my ward. Up the hill is trash. My grandmother lives up the hill. Her house is there's 3 houses on that block that's not being condemned by the city. Her house looks like royalty, and then the rest of the block looks like trash. Like, and it gotta stop. So we gotta take care of our own city, right? We got to. They always want to say, black folks got that stuff up there. They not gonna try to do it and stay lazy. So at the same time, we are homeowners and we're trying to afford
always been
It's the original party of black people.
Well, yes, that's true. Can I ask you a question, like a legitimate question? Elephant in the room. This part.
Oh yeah, like
So yeah, so what is I guess I'm just confused. Like never
Have you ever listened to this?
I never want to wish that on anyone. Period. Like that's just the universal put that out there. But the part like I guess as a black woman it's very hard to say like let's take it from here, like take his messaging when
Well, I think when this is what the message for this is freedom of speech.
that's the mess. So the freedom of speech precedes the fact that he was anti-black,
That man was not anti-black. That's all propaganda. Let me explain this 1%. Charlie Kirk used to go on all these college campuses to talk to the kids, to have open debates. Because the kids have been indoctrinated in this college campus. They're trying to hate the country. Indoctrinated to hate the country. And to always say that America is to blame for everything. Well, America is the beacon of the light. We have always been generous, giving to everybody and helping everybody. But every country has to have a military and stand up for itself. Charlie Kirk would talk to different types of students, and he did honestly. I don't know if y'all. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. No, white people, you brought that up. I was just going to get ready to say. The thing is, there's a lot of people who are good tradespeople, but your education goes further than a
Booker T versus W.E.B. Du Bois.
Why isn't there our children politically active? Especially at HBCU. They are nowhere now. You don't hear our children or are you speaking about politics and what is happening.
I give a pushback to that because children, I was about to say, there is a certain pocket of youth, whether Republican or Democrat. I'm just talking about that they're not being brought to the forefront. So my thing is that I'm still pushing back on that because just hear me out. The reason why I'm pushing back is that I do work with youth. And I work with black youth, white youth, Latino youth, black American youth. So specifically black American youth, I do work with them. And I work with them on a national level. And I'm telling you that you have strong black American youth with the courage to
the opportunity for the voice of the
I once again, but Miss Davis, I back on that notion because if we're looking at a social media platform, right, which Charlie was all about, right? If we're looking at it from a Charlie perspective, to Charlie's point, because you asked the question of have we been following Charlie, I went to the PW, I did not go to HBCU. I have been following Charlie since he started making them rounds in 2020. I did, right? So our people are on social media, and they are making it relevant. You're doing it in predominantly white states. You're doing it at PWI. Our black American youth are doing not an engagement like this. Yes, they are. I disagree with that. I disagree with that, Ms. Davis. I disagree with that.
They have workshops, so they have panels, right? So why is
There was a TikTok panel where you had black youth take
social media?
Okay,
Hold that, just hold it.
okay, so what about Instagram? Because they're on Instagram. What about Facebook that was founded by a white
I'm
man?
saying, where are they in the panels discussion about their future?
So what I'm saying to you, Ms. Davis, is
I
that
get social media,
so let me
regardless,
you're right, but Ms. Davis,
y'all have
frankly,
engaged
this
with
space
you, or
also isn't inviting, and
Yeah.
also at times, Republican spaces did not invite you to have children in general, platforms that are part of being invited. But what I'm saying is that is not about a party line. What I'm saying is that is about a people line.
there's nothing to make this in place. So
I guess I'm interested, like, so, and you know, there's a lot of historical notions, right? So things like, and we just did a podcast yesterday on Project 2025, which was done by the Heritage Foundation. Russell Vaughn, which was one of the authors, is currently.
the new American plan that was done.
Well, before we switch the subject, let me just, I'm going to make a point in terms of like Project 2025. When you look at, you know, it's 50% completed, right? And a lot of these folks in the beginning, especially the folks who follow Trump, and I have family members who are conservative, right? So I'm not coming in here trying to, you know, like ruffle feathers in that way, but I guess my thing is a lot of the policies that are being put forward, this isn't a new strategy. civil rights, when we got the rights to vote, we had the rights, you know, in terms of our own freedoms, civil rights came from that. The Southern Strategy, which pairs off of Project 2025, was a concerted effort to reduce that because they didn't want us to have, you know, those rights. And so I guess when you align yourself in that fashion, you know, I get it, because a lot of people say, oh, just because I'm black, I vote different, and I don't, you know what I mean? But there are policies that I follow that look for the betterment of our people. Those are the most to the margins and bring them closer to the center. And so I'm wondering how your alignment to folks like this that do, you know, like the conservative party that align themselves with things like Project 2025. What is the legislative components that y'all agree with, and what are the ones that you disagree with?
You know, the thing that you had mentioned earlier, that Charlie Kirk didn't have a college degree. Charlie Kirk was somebody who read 100 books a year. He knew about everything. He started off in college with the thing is, he had a plan for his program. And what I'm trying to get at right now, Tennessee State University and HBCU University, 2 days ago, there were 2 young men that came to speak on the open debate with the students, the black students.
Do you also know, like, so the connection with Charlie Kirk and the man who unalived him, right? Like, you know, it was a white man who was...
I know that there was...
So, because there's a lot of conversations, I think, too, in our community around, like, they, and it seems like, oh, you know, there's pointing fingers to the left. And the reality is, the man who killed him was conservative that followed...
He was not.
His parents... Oh, no, but listen, he followed Nick Fuentes. You know who Nick Fuentes is?
Okay, he talks a lot of BS.
Yeah, he does. But that's what I'm saying is they were upset with Charlie because they didn't feel like he was racist enough. And so, do you know what transnexing is? Like, there's a lot of undercurrents that are like deep online that a lot of folks don't until you get into that. But that's why I always caution, like, okay, they and these people, because the reality is, you know, it wasn't like this man was his roommate that they talk about the transvexing movement, and that's under like a conservative notion. So that's why I say, like, look into that. You know,
we look into that.
She won't let me in. I have been like, yeah, a lot of them. I've been very respectful. I've been very respectful.
Here they come over here arguing.
Yeah. Hey, well, then I want y'all to leave because y'all come over here and start saying, well, I'm to the herd. I'm on there. Yeah, I read, because I really don't have time. We've been discriminated since we've been over here. People been trying to challenge us.
Yeah, we were talking, were we yelling?
Yeah, but I came over here and it got real crazy over here.
I mean, at the end of the day, we all black, and I think we have that in common.
What's going on? What you want to do? How y'all doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm great.
That's what we
have not improved.
So you were a slave that came from
So I understand, like, this is a really good...
Yeah, I'm trying to have a conversation. That's all.
I enjoy talking to you. No, I am black. And I'm American black.
You had asked him
Yes,
about
like
religion.
parents,
You had
they
asked
were
about
there
religion.
Yeah.
Daddy,
Religion about church about... No, the thing is, we do come up from a time, I'm older than that, we come up from a time where we had two-parent households. Where black people two-parent households.
I ain't nobody going back and forth with the Dominican.
And we went to church. And the thing is, you have to have morals. If you want to move up in life, you have to have a concept. You're not a free man. People who are like this.
I
That's what y'all do. You don't know nothing about the 13th, 14th, and 15th century. If you don't care about the history,
And I'd like to talk to you as well, if you're interested in that conversation, because I think at the end of the day, like, there's commonalities, and we need to focus, I think, more so on those, right? Because a lot of times,
but every time,
wait, can I just finish my point? And then, you know what I mean? Like, my thing is, like, I have everything. Okay, well, I guess, you know,
I'm trying to educate you on something. Everybody a little bit. Let me go back.
But no, I think the thing is, like, there's a lot of polarization, right? And there's a lot of this side and that side.
They gotta stop stealing.
From a, because, you know, we often talk about, like,
We look at
They
it.
so used to Tim Scott and Tim Scott. Don't take away.
In terms of, like, wanting better for your community, what is that? What does that mean? Because I think there's commonalities.
I want a
forensic audit. I want a forensic audit on all the money that was allocated to these communities, and they don't never get there. Yeah. So that's my thing is corruption. I love this. We have a lot of corruption within our community. Oh no. Yeah. Within our community. I found that this.
And that's real. Because
Yeah.
there's a lot of spending that happens.
Yeah, so that's my thing, right? I founded this group because the city knocked down my family building. The city of Chicago is always in the 5th Amendment 14th. We still waiting for them to say.
We have
Why they knocked it down? They knocked it down for building violations, no court order. The real deal is they've been taking our properties for tip money in our communities in blighted areas. So when I was going down to City Hall, begging and pleading for our elected officials to help sit down, they would not talk to me. I'm not political at all. It was never political. I was an entrepreneur. I'm not down my building.
I'm a business owner. So
Yeah. So when I'm asking, I'm just getting ignored. So I said, look, man, if y'all don't settle my case, I'll put this shit red. I said, this is the worst customer service I've ever had in my life.
So, and you're the founder?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
they're talking about, your family home
Yeah,
was knocked down.
it was a commercial building, our business. It was a land, and 4 apartments up there. So when that happened, my mother kept asking.
That's my mother right
So
there.
I finally got involved. I used to work for Dick Gregory from 2013 to 2017, and I moved to Atlanta and started working with Kirk. When my mother went into the hospital in 2023, I packed my stuff up and came here to fight the city.
Oh no, she does. She don't
Fight the city because at the end of the day, that's my money. It's my money, and y'all not gonna continue to do this. My mother's hometown. I'm from New York. I'm from Albany, New York. My mother from Chicago. So my mother left in 1978 because it was so racist, stuff like that, old man deal, all that. And she goes back in 1996. I'm only 10 years old. My mother got a factory, all this, and take it away for her again. She runs back to New York. Now I'm grown. You know what I'm saying? We're not running that. We're not running no more. I need to go in here and see what the problem is. So when I went in there and started asking our elected officials for help, our black elected officials for help, they couldn't help us. And I'm like, ain't no way in the world that y'all would let no white woman be down here pleading for them to give me your money back for knocking down our building. No way. I wouldn't even come down here. So once I started seeing that, then I started watching them launder crime prevention money, COVID money, all this money into programs for illegal immigrants, while using our statistics for everything to get money. So then I started going to the federal level. I went to Biden's administration. I went to Kamala Harris' administration. I went to Merrick Garland. Everybody tried to get some help.
Kwame Raoul out there flying.
I cannot stand him. That's our Attorney General. Governor Pritzker, all these people. For us, on a business, as you're a business owner, as a business, we are a business. Our tax dollars sponsor all of this. Ain't no way in the world y'all think that y'all are going to continue to do this and say that I'm oppressed. When y'all literally are oppressing me by locking my generational wealth down, having me wait right now, I'm unhoused. My mother's unhoused.
And not only that, it's a lot of after they heard her story, it was so many senior citizens, black, who've been coming out because their properties have been taken. The Obama Center that's in Chicago, has displaced a lot of seniors, black, out of their communities. So they still in our properties under the gas.
There's a housing crisis. I mean, there's a housing crisis across the state, and this is why, like, I ain't going back and forth in terms of arguing that way. I want to understand, like, the root of how you got here, right? Because I think, like, and I'm not gonna lie, y'all, in having this conversation, I can definitely relate to you. There's a housing crisis. We're doing a lot of like housing work in Buffalo because there's not, first of all, there's not enough affordable housing, and there's a lot of seniors that are being displaced because of rents and things going up. But I'll say, like, seeing the Charlie Kirk and stuff like that, I feel like that brings into another notion of conversation that, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't fully hear something that made me go, oh wait, there's a connection there, right? But in terms of your own story,
well, you gotta understand. I've been silenced down there.
Okay.
I have been arrested down there for speaking out my First Amendment.
Okay.
I have been I had to run to New York. I had to call Charlamagne and run to New York to get to get 30 minutes on the Breakfast Club to talk about how fucked up Chicago is. On Black Chicago, and we can't get no media.
We've been silenced.
Can't get no help.
We've been
So I've
silenced.
been silenced.
And I get what the free, I understand about the free speech, right? In terms of, but I feel like if the pendulum keeps shifting, like it has to be, it's either right now.
But it's biased. But right now the issue is this, right?
And I feel like that's the thing. It's polarized. So both sides say, "Oh, y'all wrong. We can't have a conversation." So that's why.
Yeah, but
like,
it starts with your city.
You know,
You know what I'm saying? So the city of Chicago is a strong Democratic hold.
It's been that way,
It
yeah.
can't get nobody else.
I mean, and you look at places like Memphis, and you look at places like, you know, Tennessee as a whole. There's a super majority, and in terms of the opposite side, right? And so there's places
No,
where
Memphis is not Memphis.
Democrat.
Memphis is
Memphis
Democrat.
is Democrat.
Yeah.
I'm saying, like, in terms of state government, because it's
The
talking
state
about
is
going up.
red.
The state is red to a point where it's a super majority, right? And so they've passed laws, and this isn't related to Chicago directly, but they've passed laws where you can open carry, you can just buy guns, and you know what I mean?
You should, but you know
crime-
what?
We have so much.
Well, wait, but I'm just saying, like, the crime has increased to a dramatic level.
But you know what,
but then they've
Memphis-
allowed it to be easier.
No,
You know what I
but
mean?
listen, but when you think about
You need a
Memphis,
Well, but
It needs to be a
that's
reset.
there's symptoms and then there's root causes, right? And so if the root cause is, hey, anybody can go get a gun without any checks, no balances, and you
it has to
They've
be
been
checks.
getting it.
It
Well,
has to
that's
be
what they-
checks and
but they've
balances,
reduced
right?
the checks and balances. What I'm saying in Tennessee, I'm not talking
Because
about Chicago.
but you know
Yeah,
what? You know what happened
Chicago
because they
is- but
restrict
that's
our
the problem.
guns, but so we don't have. They restrict our guns,
Yeah.
so the citizens we can't have
So we
guns.
can protect
They
ourselves.
but we
Well, you
got.
can if you go through a back. Like I don't know how.
But
y'all feel,
here's the thing that people don't understand about Chicago. No.
Agree with the
We have background checks.
I just want to
But if you know you can't, the people who worried about the background check ain't gonna do no background
No, I
check.
agree with that.
And so they getting the guns anyway. Y'all gotta realize
But like the guy
Chicago.
who killed that man.
A criminal will always get a gun. They don't go around.
Well, in Chicago, they dropping crates of guns in the alley. It's real.
We have the strictest gun laws in this country.
And then with the buyback program, so you got people, turning in.
We got a
guns.
sitting judge. This is how corrupt the city of Chicago is. We have a sitting judge who took a gun to a Catholic church buyback program. The gun is out here in the street. It killed somebody. That same gun that a judge took to a buyback program at a church, that gun went out here and it killed somebody. The guy is locked up for this gun that this judge brought to a gun buyback, and he's still a sitting judge. That is how so Chicago and Cook County is different.
Like the gun buyback, and get guns off the street, right?
Yeah.
Supposedly.
But they
always end up
always,
back on the
it's
street.
always one, right? It's always
We
one
got a
to
lot
four
of
guns that always go back
Where
on the street.
From that program.
Yes, sometimes Chicago is different.
Yes,
And so in order to
But that's
be,
why I want to understand like how y'all got to this.
yeah, so in
point,
order
right?
to
So
be,
understanding
so
the
they're
housing
machines.
pieces.
They're
we
machines.
had no choice.
Chicago Democrats. I'm from New York.
Yeah.
So I grew up under Pataki. I grew up under Peterson. I grew up, you know what I'm saying? I grew up, I had Jennings, Mayor Jennings was my mayor going. It was an open door policy. I sat with him. You know what I'm saying? The Democrats growing up in New York and the Democrats in Chicago, no. You understand? So I see both. So in order to beat this machine, you got to build your own machine. So I built this machine. We have our own candidates that are going to run that are pro-freedmen, pro-us. That we are pro. We have to get this corruption out. We have too many people that are in these government seats that have turned this into entertainment.
And the thing is, everybody has a right to oppose and bring up a different way of doing things. I think when I see, and I'm also triggered by like the red hat, the white letter, you know what I mean? Because the alignment directly is to,
But that's what
you know.
But I'm for
Right.
Trump,
No,
though.
it's not what I've been
But I'm
told.
for
I
Trump.
know,
But that's
explain what it
you.
is if you want me to.
But
Yeah.
what I'm saying is, for us, like in Chicago, the black community in Chicago, we were getting displaced at an alarming rate by legal aid. So imagine in your community.
And we have a lot of, our growth in Buffalo has come from new Americans who have moved to our
Okay,
city.
so imagine all your black
And there's
community.
conflicts between them.
Okay, so
You know what I mean? So I
all
get
your
that.
black community,
Yeah.
And you're being you're being pushed out. And then they're letting illegals come in. Now taking your resources away. And they're getting free everything. Not just free housing, free. So now a landlord will rent to you as an American citizen. But because the city is paying $6,000 for illegal aliens, they telling you got to get out with that apartment building. And now you got all illegal aliens because they're getting paid more.
And so, in terms of because I think there's also different notions too, right? So these folks have come over through specific programs.
Not illegal aliens, they came over here illegally. Because we're a sanctuary city.
Right. Okay,
so they're and they protecting them. Don't have the criminals. They're fighting with ICE.
Are all of them criminals, or are you just
They criminal once you cross the border, you a criminal.
You broke the law.
Oh, so you're saying
no, I'm not saying that. I'm saying the ones that's in our community that are really criminals, that's raping kids and all of that. ICE coming in, who's trying to get the criminals, they won't even let them work with that's in jail. They let them back out in our community and don't want to work with ICE to even pick them up. This is how bad it is. Now we already got black on black crime. We're dying in the masses. Every week we're having 2 to 3 mass shootings. And every day our kids are dying. Now they have citizens getting shot up. And you had kids.
And so I guess let me ask a question in relation to that too, right? Like, because and you always hear about Chicago and the amount of crime and things that happen in the community. Like, what are y'all doing in that aspect, right? So I'll just say this. We do a podcast, and so we're a block away from the top shooting that happened in Buffalo where 10 people got killed at the grocery store. So my office for my business is literally, we see the tops every single day, right? And so one of the things, and that's also why this Charlie Kirk thing is bothering me, because of the replacement theory. There's notions, and I get what y'all are saying. Y'all are saying free speech. I think we can all agree on that, right? The notion that and there's a whole uproar because they, put his face on the screen of the Buffalo Bills game, the last game. But he talked about the replacement theory, and that was that there was all these folks that are coming from overseas, black people are included in that are also replacing the population of white folks. And that was, but that was the same message that killer that came into our community and shot 10 black people followed, right?
But think about all the crime on the Democratic side that has been unleashed on the conservative side, because we just got it down here. So think about all the
y'all were shot and killed. We knew.
No.
We know these people in that group.
You just said no.
I think it's a both. I don't think it's a what.
No, it is. When you look at Black Lives Matter, they came all in our community, and people died and lost their lives, and our communities were destroyed. And that was when you look at the road.
So the thing is, it's hard for us to have that conversation because this is our community where 10 black people that we knew.
But you know what we knew?
Listen,
Black Lives Matter. We knew our community.
10 black people that this white supremacist that aligned with the replacement theory, the great replacement theory that this man talked about. And you can look it up. He came into our community and shot them and filmed it, right? And so we can't go back and forth in that regard.
But now the Black Lives Matter. That the
are they going to grocery stores and killing people?
They came in our community. They destroyed our community, and police officers got killed in our community. It was black citizens that lost their lives with Black Lives Matter. They burned down our whole community. We still don't have our business in our community. So because we're a sanctuary city, they allowed that. So what you're saying is you're saying what happened to you, but I'm telling you what happened to us.
I'm talking about this man who's directly tied to this man.
I'm talking about Black Lives Matter. Who y'all promote?
Who is y'all though? See, because who
is y'all? Because you said Charlie Kirk.
Well, I'm looking at your table with his name on there, and then when we brought this up, there was a
freedom of speech and everything had to do. Have you ever listened to his whole debate and context?
Yes.
And I agree. I agree with mostly everything he said. You know, the only thing I didn't agree with your
let me know
what he said about Trayvon Martin. That's what I didn't agree.
What did he say?
Now I saw what he was saying. I saw what he was saying about that Trayvon Gary. He was under his he had his rights to protect himself because they explored us. I understood exactly what he was saying, but the fact that he said that Trayvon Martin, like he was justified, I didn't agree with him. So
did you agree with the great replacement theory? That
I agree with Rahm Emanuel, I agree with Rahm Emanuel, New Americans plan. Do you know about that? He was the alderman. I mean, yeah, he was very for that. But have you read the 45 pages of the New Americans plan? Okay, well, that's what I agree with because that's exactly because that everything that they're doing, that Rahm Emanuel and I'm going to put it up, that Rahm Emanuel I'm talking about, the Democrats, they're doing it right now in our community nationally, and I'm getting ready to put it up. And you can read it now. It's not on Chicago website no more. You know why? Because now we are starting to go look at everything that's happening in our black community. Is what the New American plan laid out verbatim. So so the New American plan. If he's talking about they're replacing, he's not lying. Hispanics and legal aliens are replacing whites, and they're replacing us. So I'm not for any foreigners who came over here illegally to be. I'm not for none.
I guess so, and I can hear that, right? I hear you on that point. I guess the great replacement theory isn't just about foreigners coming in there; it's also about black people, and that's why I say
what black people? What did you say?
You're black.
But what part that you saying?
I'm black.
Oh no, the great replacement that you said.
The great replacement theory, right? And so. And this is why I say, like, you know, a lot of the stuff that's being chatted about and talked about, you know, just the same way we say, okay, there's a plan here. I've not heard of that. So I'm going to go do research. I'm going to read it. I'm going to listen and see, you know what I mean, like what they're talking about. I'm imploring you to do the same as it relates to Charlie Kirk, because there's this great replacement theory that talks about black people, you and I, because I identify as black, coming over here, you know, and you know how we came over here, right? It wasn't...
No, not all. I'm talking about foundational black Americans, descendants of slaves.
Yeah, that's what he's talking about too.
Okay.
Yeah. So in the great replacement theory, they talk about black folks. We are, you know, because of our, first of all, we're a global majority, so we're not even a minority as it relates to, you know, our presence on this continent, on this globe. And so what they're talking about is black people taking their spots. You know, brown people, other, you know, Americans that are coming in from other countries that are taking their spots. And so that's the same rhetoric that the killer, and I told you we live in Buffalo, New York, spewed in his speech and came over and shot 10 people and reported it, right? So I just say...
I agree, but see what you just told me, I agree with exactly. See, when you come over here, because that's what we're dealing with in our community. They came over here, illegal aliens.
No, I'm talking about us. I'm not talking about that.
Okay, if you're a foundational black America in here, you can't come over here and take that spot because we built this country.
Period.
So you can't, in Americans, white Europeans built it.
But they feel like we have outrun them in many ways, and that's why
talking about, so I'm gonna look at that because I'm almost, when you look at it in context, I'm almost thinking about, I heard him talk about foreigners like black, Haitians, like black, African Americans. But if he's talking about black, now when you talking about with DEI, I know exactly what you have. You try to conflate that. But if you say he said that black people in America is taking over white people, is replacing them.
And so it's the same connection to when you think about Roe v. Wade, it wasn't really about black and brown folks. It's really because white people are not having kids as much. And so that's the connection to why they fought to strike Roe v. Wade down, because they want white women to have more kids.
But it's really about what Margaret Sanger did when she implemented the eugenics. But now most black people abort babies. We have been the number one who abort. Yes, we have. Since it happened, so we are the ones that's the Planned Parenthood that the Democrat Party who promote to our communities while they're telling illegal aliens, protecting their boundaries and telling them to have babies. So when we talk about Planned Parenthood, which black,
I didn't bring that up. So
what you said when he said about him talking about because they don't procreate. Well, black people not procreating because Democrats are pushing this Planned Parenthood, this black girl kill your kids, and we are the ones killing our kids in masses. While illegal aliens, they are fighting for them to stay over here, trying to make when they have babies here, our president right now is fighting on the 14th Amendment, is saying that is just for the descendants of the slave kids. Your party is fighting that it's for the illegal aliens, where Democrats, I'm telling you about policy. I'm withdrawing because I look at policy. I let you talk about that, and I'm just telling you about what you were telling me. Because you never said, you talked about how white people are not recreating, but you never said how we not. You never said how Hispanics are over all of us.
Oh, no, they are. In 2060, they're gonna trickle inside.
Yes.
So I know these stats, like from demographic standpoint. I'm just saying, like, the great replacement theory and connection to him is something that you should look into. That's all I'm saying.
And you need to look into the New American plan.
Yeah, and I'm gonna do that. And I absolutely
I'm gonna look at Eric.
Just look at that, because if somebody's city and community where 10 black people got gunned down, going to the grocery store, I knew what my community was.
But what about when Charlie Kirk got shot in the neck and the dude had Antifa?
So that was actually not Antifa. So that's the thing.
That is how
No. Listen, let me tell you, right? So when you look at this guy, and I brought this up with somebody, like the Nick Fuentes connection to Charlie Kirk, because they used to go back and forth. That is actually some meme stuff. There's this like
Antifa, those their theme song.
No, listen.
That's their theme song.
It's
Antifa.
not though, because when you
it is.
Okay.
It's
so
fluid on. It's fluid
online,
on. So you telling me that's not true?
So there's these memes, like, you know, the OWO, because that was also encrypted on there as well.
Yeah, but you.
And so in that nation, and I didn't know this until after this, right? And there were people that were like deep on the internet. It's stuff that like general people don't know about. Like the O's and the W, it represents like balls and a penis, right? And so there's meme stuff that guy wanted them to put on the news because he thought it would be funny, right? And so there's a deep.
But that's rhetoric. But that's rhetoric,
like, you know,
about
the
trans,
you know, Pepe,
about transgender, all the stuff, all the rhetoric that the Democrats who tell us that all Trump supporters are
a lot of conservative men.
We are Nazis.
When they came down, you know, the app Grindr, where men get together, they crash the site every time there's a large component of like conservative folks that are coming together. The site is crashed, and so that's why I'm like, there's so much deep stuff in here that it can't just be explained like on surface level. And I've been doing a lot of research because I didn't know, so I didn't know what transmaxing was. Transmaxing is this whole notion of these men who think that they can serve these white men in a better way than women can, and so they say, you know, they're not gay, but they are serving these gay men in a way. I didn't know anything about this, you know what I mean? And so the trans population, which is 1%, it's even deeper than that. So there's a lot of stuff that I think we all need to research.
I think that's because we think it's 1%.
Well, I mean, I came from healthcare, and we had a large population, you know, in terms of who we serve. But I'm just saying, like, there's so many there's depth.
Yeah, it is.
So,
it is.
I just said look it up.
Even with the shooting, like with the things that's going on today, we don't even know who sent that person to do it.
But this is the thing is, there's so much of that this, them, and they, and I'm just saying, like, even in our conversation, let's challenge ourselves to say, like, because, you know, I didn't say who I vote for, I didn't say any of that, but there's this notion of, you know, just because you're this, you're them or they, and I think a lot of that.
And just because you're this or that doesn't mean that you agree with everything.
So that's
with them.
exactly.
Because nobody agrees with everything. Right.
That's it. So we can agree on that. I think that there's things that we can agree on. I just think I'm challenging because when I see stuff like that, I'm like,
you said the red hat. See, you said the red hat because we're not our people were not never ever. Our people are just Democrats. That's why we vote. And these are statistics. We vote, but wait a minute. We vote. I'm talking about as a whole. We vote 95 to 93% Democrats, and we have been doing this for 40 years, 50 years. So when you look at that, I'm challenging our people to look at policies. When you look at policies, then when we are taught that, because we were not taught to be politically correct, or educated, because most people say I don't even do politics. But that's why we don't get into politics. We can go over there.
But listen, at the end of the day,
you can take my number. We can debate all that damn
No. Because policies, I look at policies, and all right now, I don't align with any of the Democratic policies.
And that's fair.
It's destroying our community and all of the Republicans.
Like healthcare, like the big beautiful bill, there's things that.
No, healthcare, we still getting healthcare. Now for illegal aliens. No, we are.
So I come from healthcare.
I got all of them right now, and all of them right there.
I'm just telling you, like the rural hospitals are already shutting them down. Like I work in inner cities.
If you go
in
Chicago, that's Democrat, the governor. Listen, if you qualify, if you meet the qualifications to get that, you can get it.
But there's paperwork that they're going to be
if you meet the qualifications, I'm telling you,
SNAP benefits.
If you meet the qualifications,
if you miss that paperwork,
but you should do what you're supposed to do. I'm tired of sending illegal aliens go get SNAP, I'm tired of seeing illegal aliens go get money. I'm tired of seeing illegal aliens get Section 8. So they're
But
getting
at the end of the day, y'all, I hope you have a blessed day.
Yes, you too.
You know what I mean? Keep fighting for your community, and we're gonna do the same. Y'all enjoy it.
Thank you.
I'm gonna put this down.
I just don't want them to say we can't come back in this motherfucker. No, they weren't.
Yeah, they can't say that. We got our stuff. And if they do, what they gonna do? Are we gonna have enough time to go to Brandon Johnson stuff?
What time is it? Oh, shit, it's 2 o'clock. Ask them how long.
It's gonna be 2 because at 3.
Yeah, we want to be there at 2:30.
Yeah, 2:30.
Okay, well then we ain't go. We ain't go up there and tell them we ain't going.
We gotta do that for Brandon Johnson.
Come up to the table, beat them up with me. She said, you know I will. And the trust was like, we'll whoop their ass for y'all.
You know, what I hope we celebrate is that we see leaders like Maud and others that are multidisciplinary. When they are offered an opportunity, they know how to go from surplus. And that's a term used a lot in corporate environments, is that you're unshakable because you're grounded in something. First of all, being at HBCU, all black group, they went to chase built at the first place, right? But the second piece is that you're in control of that. And then no more. Like down there.
Well, I don't know because we got to go see Brandon Johnson. Huh?
Just come back.
Yeah, but you know how long that line gonna be? It is, yeah.
It started at 2.
Huh?
What time did
It started at 4, but the overflow.
We can come back at 2 then. 2:30.
What time is it?
It's 1:32.
We gonna have to come back at
2:30. Yeah. They ain't gonna be in the hour.
Man, you should see Jasmine Caucus shit was long though.
But they don't know that nigga like they know her.
It's all the mayors.
Yeah, it's all the mayor. Y'all ain't gonna be there for all the mayor.
Oh, okay.
That mayor Detroit.
And somebody watching it.
That mayor Detroit, ain't it? That's he probably gonna be there. I mean,
Oh, man,
Detroit,
Baltimore, yeah.
Yeah, so now they gonna be there. That's gonna be better.
It's all 5 mayors. Karen Bass, all them. And they're gonna lie, say how they under attack.
Okay, we gotta leave at 2:30.
Go to
I'm probably staying.
Come on.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna stay. I don't want to lose. I can't miss West Coast.
Let's leave the Caucus at 2 then.
How far is it? Oh no, I can't do that. So yeah, y'all can go. I can't miss Brandon Johnson. Yeah, but the line for Jasmine Crockett was all the way to they had an overflow room. Oh, it's over there. Right.
I'm
curious. What is
Well,
Chicago Flip Spread?
A conservative group in Chicago.
Republican.
Republican group in Chicago.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't want to guess. I didn't want to assume. So I was like,
Attorney, no.
I kept the Republican class.
No attorneys. Entrepreneurs.
So is the economics?
Yeah, economics. They knocked my family building down. Didn't think they was gonna do nothing. But yeah, economics. I'm not for the illegal immigration that's put it in our communities. They displacing us, and they not showing it. We got a terrible mayor, Brandon Johnson. That's the worst mayor of all time. So yeah, so I put this group together and we running for office. Well,
Nashville.
I know we going early. We going early to
yeah, I ain't missing it. And on the bus and stuff, I mean,
at 4. So we going over there at like 2:15. Just to see what's happening. Because we gotta be like some of the first ones. And then they can't look at these. Look at this.
right.
Look at this. Al Sharp, look at these. Look at these.
Sound thinking is shot spotter. It's a sound thinking, y'all.
Oh, gunshot detection. That's
Yeah,
what,
we still
Brandon
don't have it.
Johnson.
We still don't have it. Brandon Johnson took
Yeah,
it.
yeah. I guess they,
Oh yeah, they got one back here too.
let's go back here, so.
Wait, it's I think purchase.
Oh, you got first. Oh, so
Yeah,
now-
go get some. There's a thing this way,
Oh,
and then
I
there's one.
wanna- let me see if you.
Oh, I'm hungry.
Okay, that's
Yeah. I eat breakfast.
so they broke. They take all your money, but Congressional Black Caucus don't feed you.
Cause he keeps saying they cut the budget. Yes, he cut the budget because y'all keep stealing. Y'all don't never want to talk about the stealing part.
You'll never tell why he cut the budget.
Yeah.
Because y'all won't stop funding illegal aliens.
Yeah.
They don't say that part.
Yeah. They keep forgetting that part.
They keep telling them, they won't tell them, but they won't tell the citizens that.
Yeah. Oh, he's cut the budget. Yes, as
Okay,
he should.
finish. Can you finish telling why?
Oh, what's this one? Says something like-
Everybody, they never tell you why he cut the budget. He cut the budget, and that's it. Everybody say, "Oh my God, he's terrible." Keep going, keep going. Now, do a follow-up question. Why? I need you all to critical think. Start doing follow-up questions.
They won't let you do no follow-up question because all they see, like what the lady said, I get triggered when I see a red hat with white. Yeah, like I don't care.
Yeah,
I get triggered every time I see illegal coming into our community.
Yeah.
Every time I see another illegal coming to our community, I get triggered.
Yeah, I get triggered every time an illegal alien take over our building in our community. I get triggered. I get triggered when I go to our communities and I see more illegals than citizens. I get triggered.
Yeah, I get triggered every time I see them reading them reading levels for our kids.
Yes.
Like, triggered.
I get triggered when I see how they're lying and saying crime is going down, and then we get 2 more mass shootings in a weekend.
Yeah.
I get triggered.
Triggered.
I get triggered that my taxes are steady going up, and then now budget season, and this 6% mayor still don't have no solution because he should never been mayor in the first place. I get triggered.
Triggered.
I get triggered paying high taxes on everything, being in a city, in a state that's taxing you the highest taxes, and they still crime broke.
Yeah.
Whereas other red states that don't take as much taxes are flourishing. I get triggered with that. Because stop stealing our money. That's what triggers me, when you steal my money.
When we get a forensic audit, then I guarantee you, y'all will be triggered.
I bet you y'all gonna be triggered when we get a forensic audit. We're gonna see how triggered you all gonna be.
Yeah.
When you see how much of y'all money they stole.
Yeah. Yeah, they take it.
They left already. Yeah, they left.
Oh, yeah.
Trigger. Let's talk about trigger words.
Trigger words.
Those are all trigger words. Is it back over there? Yes, it'll be over there. I think it's over there.
What?
Yeah, right there. I get triggered.
You from the house? I live in Chelsea.
I get triggered when I come to the Congressional Black Caucus and I get discriminated against.
Yeah, triggered.
I'm triggered. I'm glad I'm not by myself.
Hello, how you doing?
I did 5 countries.
I get triggered to see Jonathan Jackson out there fighting for
African American
and foreigners, and we have a genocide and illegal alien problem right in Chicago, where he's from, where supposedly from.
They got rice bowls, and they got Uncle Ben's. We got chili and stuff out in the back.
Very much triggered.
Very much triggered.
Yes, I'm triggered. Very much triggered. She said she's triggered when she see red hats and see Charlie Kirk shirt. She get triggered. Well, and the Chicago Books red. She's triggered. Well, I wanted to tell her what triggers me, but I guess she didn't want to hear about that.
Yeah, they don't never want to hear about us. They want us to understand why we can't be something that we're going to continue to be.
Yeah. Get over it. Get over it. Y'all might as well get over it. You all gonna understand. You're gonna start seeing a lot more conservative black faces. I know the Democratic Party don't understand that. I know they thought we was a monolith. I know they thought that everybody was brainwashed, but no. And we're waking our people up. So you're gonna see a lot more.
Economics. Oh. For some reason.
What?
Yeah. Hope this food is good. It's nice. It's us.
Oh, that's what's going on with that.
Yeah. Ma, you want anything? All right. Well,
rice bowl served with your choice of
they got curry chicken. They got other things. That look like jerk chicken right there, but it's not bones though.
Yeah, it's cut up.
It's cut up. It look like white meat.
I don't know.
Yeah, well, we ain't in Jamaica. We have what we can work with. We got other stuff if you want to go out there, and I can look for something if you don't want this, Mom. But I'm gonna get this. I saw it yesterday.
You saw it yesterday, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that hot dogs.
Hey guys, yes. We're here making it do what it do. Yes. Look, we said you're gonna learn today. Leticia James up there lying. What I want to know is Pam Bundy. What you waiting for?
With the microphone.
Yeah, she got louder. Yeah, because she was mad. She was triggered. Leticia James was triggered. We want to know right there, Pam Bundy, why hasn't Leticia James gotten arrested yet? She did the same crime she tried to accuse President Trump of doing. Remember, she told us no one is above the law. So why is she still walking around here?
Wow. You're going to blame it on racism. No,
yeah,
girl.
If she get locked up, she going to say it's because she a black woman. No, it's because she steal.
I got to stop stealing.
You got to stop stealing.
We'll take that. Say something. I'll take
Oh, can I have you?
Yes. Can I don't want the rice. Can I have it with the cabbage? Yes. Cabbage and.
rice and a jerk chicken.
I get a Jamaican patty, beef patty. I get curry chicken, rice, and
spice?
Huh?
And whatever my mom wants, if she wants something.
Can I have a little bit more of that chicken, please?
This one?
Yeah.
You want a spice on you?
Huh?
locks too.
Yeah, they are looking cute. They don't, that shit is nice.
That's one thing I like. But DC do have some nice locticians.
Oh, they do?
Their locks are nice. Look at all this great food.
Is there any
Salsa.
sauce that's good? Excuse me. Is there a sauce that's good to make? You have a
Sweet salad.
What's going on?
Just have to leave it. Or like,
maybe a bowl.
This so old.
Yeah, a little bit.
So just leave it for me.
What's up? Lunch break. I have the curry. Is that my curry chicken?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, that's right.
I give it extra. Because I like it hot.
Yeah, I like it. That's my favorite. You want some?
Yeah, I want jerk chicken and rice.
Jerk chicken and rice. Thank you.
Huh?
So cute right there.
That jerk place used to go on that. How are they still there?
Shane.
Oh.
Shane. After this, go for the kitchen. I'm going to cook rice. I want to. 1 minute. It's signing on back. Oh, what's yours, man?
Jerk chicken and
Oh, I
rice.
got that beef patty too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And,
Rice and cabbage or rice and salad?
just rice and salad.
Cabbage?
Salad.
That's rice?
Yeah, no, just rice and salad.
And jerk chicken.
So give me a beef patty. Get another. Can I have another beef patty?
Shane. You want to get the rice? You get the rice? I'm back. Yeah, okay.
Let me have it in the to-go container. The jerk chicken.
That's what I should
Rice and cabbage or rice and salad?
I want two. So give me one rice and salad and one rice and they're
We're at,
both rice and salad.
What's
And
it
then
say?
one with,
Can you give me a soup and a salad combo? Got you, Brooke.
You want another mango dressing?
yeah. And
So
then the other
having-
one with rice. The other one with
They're having
rice.
some
Do you have
some
some with beans, right?
some problems because they're trying to charge.
patty with this. Yeah.
Three bowls, two
I was like,
Where's my mom?
okay.
One, two, three. How much is the what are forks?
Oh, you have beans? Can you put the beans on some of my rice?
Yeah, beans.
Could I have some beans with all of my rice, please?
This one?
Which are they?
72, 75.
You want beans? Anybody want beans?
Yeah, got you some beans.
You have salad dressing?
Yeah, she already mom, mate. I think they only have those sauces.
Salad dressing is mango vinaigrette.
Yeah, I mean,
No, I can order. I can get you one. You want another one? Yeah, what soda you want? And got you a lemonade too? I'll go around and get it. Yeah. Where's she at?
Wanna go back over there? Put the thing
All right,
down.
Ron, go get your lemonade. Can you get my lemonade?
You like a lemonade?
No. Did you get my beef patty? All right. Ma, go get your lemonade. No, I'm right here. Yeah, it's supposed to be two.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, I got it. I got it.
That's what he said. He said she got it, but I'm like, you wanna go over there?
Yeah, it's way from home.
We can go over to the booth. But then if we go over to the booth, because ain't number 2 seats. So let's go right here, though. Let's sit right here. I'll sit this against my.
You can watch me eat. Talk to him.
Hey guys, so we up there, yeah. Eating, there you go. Eating some food. So but you see how it looks though. Pay attention to who vendors. Look at the vendors.
They're crazy.
You see what I'm saying?
They're nuts.
Pay attention to the vendors. So where are the Americans?
Here, being indoctrinated.
Okay. Yup.
These niggas is racist, and they don't even know it. They want white people to be guilty for generations and generations and generations and generations and generations.
But they won't fight for reparations.
They won't fight for reparations. And they don't want to give up reparations because then they would have to. They can't use that narrative. Can't keep using that narrative.
And look at this. They don't have no business this for.
Nope.
You're the Congressional Black Caucus, but I don't see no business. I guess that's supposed to be the black business.
Jamaican.
You see what I'm saying? And that's okay.
Yeah. Y'all doing business with these motherfuckers.
Yeah.
These different countries with our tax dollar, but then don't want to help out. Like this what's it called? Diaspora?
Yeah, African diaspora.
Yeah, all y'all do is make deals.
Right.
Y'all don't give a fuck about us. Y'all don't give a fuck about the people.
That's terrible.
They played into y'all hands today, though. That's the best thing could have happened to y'all.
Mom said that's the best thing could have happened. What you say, Mom?
That's the best thing I'm gonna. So I'm gonna tell you, you'll get some money out of it. When y'all get enough money, y'all can open up little all around the country.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Y'all headquarters be here in DC.
Because how you have bipartisan and neutral, but you don't have no Republicans representation here. No Republicans, like all black people are Democrats.
Yeah, but if you accuse those corporations of sponsoring that and they didn't know it, y'all would know.
Yeah.
See, they never had nobody have no pushback.
Yeah.
That's why I said it was important for us to come.
Mm-hmm. And so,
because they think we're just social media hoes.
And so what we're gonna do is, guys.
You and Lynetta, don't forget to take pictures while y'all there.
We're gonna post.
And make sure you take a picture with your, get one with your Chicago Fish Red stuff on so I can post it.
Yeah, we're gonna post. Yeah, Molly, because she going out with them.
Yeah, she there. What they there?
Oh, they there already? Okay.
Oh, and Miss Lynn, she got on too.
Okay. Cause what time we got? We going.
We better go over there in a minute. You can charge that phone though.
Yeah, it's 2 what?
I'll watch it.
It's 2 o'clock.
All right, guys, we might have to get off and recharge it.
We ain't gonna charge it now.
So we're gonna get off and come back on.
Yeah, we'll be back on.
Okay, guys, we're gonna be back and come back on. We have to charge the phone up because we gotta make sure the phone is charged when Brandon comes out to speak. We want to be front and center when he tells us to see all the lies he's getting ready to tell. So our phone must be charged up for this. Because I just want to see how many times he blamed Trump for his 6% approval rating and why Chicago is at a $1 billion deficit. I want to see how he blames Trump for this. All right.
All right, y'all. In a minute.